the information out there for everyone.
This is out. You should roll another one. It's so small.
It's so small.
Alan Wake.
Yes. So let me get all this posted up. Done. And trying to be efficient about this, but it never works out quite like I expect. Um, but it looks like we are live, and you should see that on the channel now, or in very short order. Okay. All right. Uh-huh. Okay.
Is it doing it on yours? Because it's not doing it on mine.
Let me. Hey, there we are. Um, yeah, it's showing up on mine.
Hey, there we are.
Yay. Okay.
I have a little bit of a lag, but it should be hopefully okay.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too terrible, and God willing, most of what we're going to talk about is non-game related anyway. But this is just a thin excuse, really, at best. So I all I have played of this game so far is the introduction. So this is
Let's act like we're on vacation.
uh,
Go stand next to that
the
old
premise
chestnut.
thus
No
far
one shot.
is
Counting about
we
it.
are playing as Alan
Sure.
Wake, who
I'll
is
even give you a title for
not
the
to be
shot.
confused
A
in any
single,
way with Stephen
moments before he
King,
got eaten by
even
a
though
bear.
he is a horror writer traveling to a small town. He has had a nightmare where I'll have to pose.
Alan, before he missed the shot.
Where am I supposed to pose?
Uh,
She probably
is,
told me, and then I didn't pay any attention.
is he in Maine by any chance?
Yeah, I believe that is the case.
Good time to visit our town. Deerfest is
So
just 2
let's.
weeks away. Deerfest, huh? Did you hear
Hey,
that? Huh?
Maybe you should turn the subtitles on.
I couldn't find them earlier. Let's see if I can.
Oh, shitty.
Yeah, right. Maybe it's the button that says subtitles.
Oh,
There we go.
it won't be that easy.
No, it is. Turns out there was a whole button just for it.
I'm Alan.
So,
I don't recognize a famous writer such as
Am
yourself, Mr. Wake.
I guess I'm posing.
I'm an
I don't know.
avid
She's
reader
taking
myself.
pictures.
hope this
I feel
isn't
like
too
it doesn't matter.
presumptuous of me, but
Um,
I'm the night version.
But yeah, so you're going to this little town that is in no way to be confused with Twin Peaks, and there was an initial sort of dream sequence that you have. That's the tutorial essentially, where there are shadow monsters essentially, and you aim a flashlight at them, and then you shoot them after their shadow stuff disappears. So, you know.
Right.
Very nice. I got a couple of.
Hey, there we go.
And I see you made
So,
a friend.
I
That's
guess we're
cute.
waiting to see,
Right.
waiting to get to shore. In the meantime,
This ferry's taking forever.
well, it's a ferry. Ferries suck.
Yeah. We just
Yeah.
Um,
I'm sorry I was late tonight. I was at a party.
No, Barry.
I couldn't tell by the makeup. I assume that was just day-to-day wear. What what kind of party was it? I assume some sort of costume party.
Yeah, a friend of mine's 40th birthday party,
Oh,
and everybody
okay.
everybody was meant to dress up and stuff.
Very
I love you
nice.
too, Barry.
Oh, Ben Stalker was there.
You know he's going to be calling you
Oh,
every
he has a
5
stalker.
minutes.
He does. She's been obsessed with him for like 20
What
years.
did I tell you?
I mean, like when we pulled up, she was waiting on the side of the road on the sidewalk on her own, and like immediately started trying to talk at the car before we'd even parked.
The car.
Uh, I have. I don't know if I've ever officially had a stalker. Um,
Kitty.
yeah. All right. So now let's get in the car and we can leave the ferry. So, I don't really know, other than the fact that this game is sort of loosely based on sort of a Stephen King style writer, and there are spooky goings on in the town. I don't know much about it.
I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes.
Sure.
I don't know if you want to
Alan.
to discuss it with
I love
the
you too.
general
Go on.
public, but
I'll promise to behave.
congratulations on the new house.
Thank you. Yeah. We found out a few days ago
I'd forgotten there were
that
still
we
places like
are
this.
getting the loan for our double-decker bus that we're converting to live in.
Go to your diner.
I was
I'm so fucking excited. Like, I don't know how to act because I'm not used to things going that smoothly.
So I mean, this sounds like a real Timothy Leary, and is that who it was in the Merry Pranksters
Carl Stuckey?
kind of
Oh
situation?
God,
Of course, Mr.
Captain
Wait.
Trips and all that.
Yeah.
Use the restroom.
Um,
Back in a moment.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't believe it.
I've never felt comfortable in a house. Like, the house that I'm living in, that I'm renting, we've been here for about 4 years.
Okay.
Do me a favor,
5
Sonny.
years? 5.
I could really
5
use
years
some
we've been here.
right
This is
now.
the longest I've lived in
Polka
one
dot,
place since I
number
was like a
6
little
in the
kid.
jukebox. Do it
Wow.
right.
So, you know, when you get to be old like I am, you start trying to plan for your golden years and all that,
Coconut again?
and what you want to, like, what you want the rest of your life to look like.
Sure. I get that.
Yeah, and it's like, well, I mean, I'm not going to start like squatting again at 40.
You put the
But what if I had a
lemon
house that I could
drink
take
'em
with me
both
places?
up. Just because we're brothers,
We're-
I can't.
won't
A
murder
true
I can't-
mobile home.
sleep.
Yeah, I can't get evicted from it. I can't have it taken from me. I can't, like, it's mine, and I can do whatever I want with it. So I'm super excited about it. Hi, Joseph. Joseph. Oh God, I'm about to just murder your last name. I'm so sorry.
Petrucciello, I think.
Petruzilio.
Yeah.
What?
It's like
Yes.
it's like if you want a good prosciutto. I'll
He
take
says
that.
howdy.
Howdy, Joseph. I don't know what's going on with this lady. Does she have... Oh, there is a lady with... Is it a log or a lamp? She's got a
Holy
lantern.
shit.
All right.
No, this is not Twin Peaks.
No.
Close enough. I'm so sorry. I did try. I tried.
To get the key.
100% not
The
Twin
waitress was
Peaks.
giving me a headache. Overeager fan is always dead.
All right. So I'm supposed to find this dude who is probably on the turlet.
Is it a dude with one arm?
One can only
Hello?
assume.
Mr. Stuckey?
Mr. Stuckey.
Yeah, I wish I knew a guy
Carl
named
couldn't
Stucky.
make it.
Oh, hello.
Unfortunately, he was
What's
taken
happening,
away.
old lady?
But I have the key for you and instructions.
Carl
on how to
couldn't
get
make
to
it.
the lake.
So his name's Carl
Okay.
Stuckey.
I wish you a good
Carl
stay in
Stucky
the
is a
back.
good name for
I'll
like
come
a
by later to
mechanic.
check how you've settled in
You know?
and to meet your wife.
I would love to get an invitation to anything this ominously.
Right, with like a lady in a veil, like, please come. All right.
Oh, she just stood there. I expected her to vanish or something.
Inspiring.
She's just like gonna stand there and stare at us. All right,
All right.
that's cool.
She probably has to go to the bathroom, and she's one of those people that's like, no, go on. I don't want you to see.
This really ought to be fixed. And then I must.
Hey, log lady. I mean, lamp lady.
Right.
It's been too long already.
Can I get past this? No, I gotta go the long way around the bar.
You're not allowed out until you order some damn fine coffee.
Right. Yeah, but one of the collectibles is coffee thermoses, so you know.
Local musicians. We're waiting.
Oh, it's the fuzz. Book it.
Right. Cheese it, it's the cops.
You know what? I think Cheez It should come back. That should come back. That's a great fucking saying.
Cheese it is one of my favorite favorite sayings ever. I really
I'll
like
be
it.
heading back to work as soon as Dr. Hartman gets here, Rose.
Joseph says, looks appropriately odd and creepy. Might need to pick this one up. Yeah.
Bye, Mr.
So far, it looks pretty cool.
Well, I have this and the sequel, which is called
Mission accomplished.
Alan
The
Wake
key
American
And the
Nightmare.
directions.
My
And,
hero. I got
Um,
some flashlights, just in case.
I had some, like, this game is about 8 years old.
Hey, wait!
Mrs. Wake! You're...
Oh, there's.
How'd he drive
apparently-
off without his keys?
Well, no, that's Carl Stuckey apparently, but we got a key from
That
an old
dino was a
lady
real nut
who
house.
told us that Carl Stuckey was not around. So we got secret keys from the spooky old
Oh.
lady.
This place? This would make a wonderful setting for a bar.
And now,
We're supposed to be
Ray's
on vacation,
Cthulhu.
Alice. I'll
Right.
figure it out when we get back.
So,
Okay.
Okay. We can talk about this later.
yeah, let's go to the creepy cabin.
I'm sure nothing will go wrong with this idea. Hey, you know, when we get there, we should go straight to the cellar and see if they have any booze down there.
Or books to read aloud.
2 years.
Yeah.
Not since my last book.
Why do they always do that? When I've never been in a party or a group of people where they've just started reading aloud.
Right. It's honestly my biggest problem with that that Evil Dead remake was that I've seen that in forever. I feel like I need to go back and watch that.
You know, I mean, you've known me for a while now.
Wow.
Oh, but
It's
Joseph says books wrapped in barbed wire marked "Do not read." I know, right?
Yeah, right.
Inside, safe and sound before
You know what
it's
though?
dark.
I'm gonna defend that for a second because if I found that book,
okay.
I would
I always had a
absolutely
phobia.
open it and read
The
it.
fear of
Right,
dark.
but would you read
I
it
wanted to
aloud?
Make sure we were inside with the lights on.
No,
before sunset.
yeah. I mean, you know what though? I probably would because I've seen so many horror movies. I'd be like, "Oh, this will be great, guys."
Haha. King of all I survey. That's me.
All that the light touches shall be yours.
Uh-huh. Get out of
One
here,
day.
birds. Get out of here. Get out of here. All
Get
right.
off of my property.
Bird leg cabin. More like no bird cabin. Get the fuck out of here, birds. All right. I found the real game within the game, which is just chasing off birds. We do have. It looks like there is a cellar, so let's get inside. So here's my problem when I play games: is I'm always terrified I'm going to miss some secret something or other. So I end up spending all my time wandering around, like, hey, I wonder if they hid a collectible that's totally meaningless back here.
I do the same thing. Seriously, do not feel bad. You have to. How are you going to find them unless you are all insane about it?
Right. Haha. That work? Can I go in?
That jump
Oh,
was
there we go.
hilarious. Do it again.
We
All right.
need lights.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get some
Know how to get the
distance.
power on, honey?
Hey.
Hello?
Hey.
Anyone here?
Hey. Hey, lady. Hold on.
Get funky.
Hold on. Look. We'll jump up on the couch.
The power cable goes to
Kick
that
the lamp
switch.
over. Can you punch things?
I can't really punch.
Oh, is this a run and hide game?
Not really. It's more of a, hey, I'm going to point my flashlight at you and then shoot you, apparently. That's all I've been able to do so far. All right, so what am I doing? Getting the power on. And you'll see in the upper left there, there's a power on the flashlight. So if I hold it and aim it, it drains.
Ah.
Uh-oh, there we go. Coffee thermos.
Do we have batteries, or do we find batteries for the flashlight?
You do find batteries for the flashlight, and all right, not in there, not in there. Is there a generator? Oh, let's
A
examine that.
shoebox filled with books by Thomas Zane sat on the shelf. I'd never heard of him
The
before.
Labyrinth of Me and the Temple of Shadow and Mist. This feels more H.P. Lovecraft, right?
Yeah. But without the incest and racism.
We don't know that for sure.
Yeah, it's early yet. We've only
Right.
just started the game, really.
That's, I don't know. It's tough. Do you chalk that up to, hey, what are you gonna do? It was the times, or
See, I look at it as, it's like with anything else.
For a moment,
It's
the
that
impressive feel of
age-old
the
conversation
night
about
seemed unfair.
can you separate the art from the artist?
yeah.
Joseph says any Sutter Kane books. Are there any Sutter Kane
I
books in
needed
there?
to get the power on.
Not as yet.
There had to be a fuse
Do
box
you
and a generator
read
somewhere
Sutter
on the
who is it? Shout Factory or Scream Factory is putting out their big fancy version of In the Mouth of Madness.
Like a time capsule
Oh,
from the 60s.
that is one. It's so underrated. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
It is quite good. Yeah, it's a fantastic movie, and it kind of, much like for me, Prince of Darkness, it's one of those that ages really well.
Yeah, definitely. Especially right now. Like if you watch it now, it feels relevant.
All right, let's turn on the radio.
Oh. If it goes all static, you're gonna have to like point your flashlight at the nurses.
Yeah, Silent Hill my way out of here. All right. I don't think this is the way to get the power on, but you know.
I don't think it's ever a good idea to go into the sea.
Well, the picture upstairs that they were kind of pointing us at had a like, what are they called, bathyspheres or whatever, like one of those old timey where the hell do we turn on the power? One of those like old timey diving outfits.
Is that what those are called?
I think so. I could be making that up. Also,
I mean, it's a great word. You should hold on to that one if you made it up.
Aha! I'm on top of you.
No, rock.
All
Oh.
right. Yeah, it wouldn't really let me. It was.
There's probably a fuse box or a generator in the shed.
Oh, now she tells me.
And a generator in the shed.
A Jenny, they call that out here when you're out in the woods. Go check the Jenny, yeah. All right.
An old generator had been connected to the power cable.
Don't break something.
Hey, there we go.
Maximum effort.
All right. You know, don't worry about fueling it up. I'm sure that's all gonna last. All right. So, what was the?
Good work, honey.
The island had once been the site for a love story. Maybe it would be that again.
All right. So,
It was a beautiful place.
as night falls,
I told myself I could rest here, sleep here, and forget about my work.
And the tree pops out and says, "Dead by dawn, dead by dawn,
I
dead
thought
by
we could
dawn."
have
yeah, if she gets raped by a tree, this will be the best game I've ever played.
We were having a conversation the other day about the most unlikely attractive people from the Marvel universe.
Okay.
Like who would you fuck that isn't conventionally attractive? You know, not Thor, not Loki.
Sure.
You know, and I think Ben asked me, he's like, "What about Groot?" And I was like, "That's just too Evil Dead. That's too Evil Dead for me."
Yeah, Groot's a pretty good one. I would think the Watcher would be an interesting pick. If you could get him to do anything, he'd probably
Alice?
just sit at the edge of the bed, and jerk off, like other Watchers. Let's see, where'd she go? She
The
down
old
here?
door had played a trick on me. Alice wouldn't
She
have
just
come
like
out
took
of it.
off.
Right.
She's probably being killed in the shower right now.
Alan,
Oh,
I have a surprise for you.
a surprise. I sent some lingerie.
Oh, yeah, bounce. Wow.
Hello there.
Wow.
I'm not the surprise.
Oh.
It's in the study. Go take a look.
Oh. I mean,
Okay.
you could have made a little bit of an effort.
Right. I mean, it's not...
That's like pajamas. Like, I'm wearing that now.
Yeah. All right. Well, bummer. Okay.
Only my top is a Thundercat.
Surprise!
Oh.
Alice, what is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that it's
Yeah,
not
it's my
true
ex's
that
shirt, and I
there's-
just
Alice,
don't want to
you-
see him to give it back.
Everyone
Hey,
keeps-
hey,
Plus,
hey,
it's a
just
Thundercat
hear
shirt.
me
Why
out.
would you want to give it
There's
back?
a local doctor,
Right.
Dr. Hartman.
I think
He
I deserve the
has a
Thundercats.
private
Right?
He specializes in helping artists.
So
Maybe-
now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like
Whoa, whoa,
that.
whoa.
That's not
Whoa.
Alan.
Whoa.
I
Everything
don't,
just went away.
don't.
Are you
I
there?
don't wanna hear it.
Yeah, I'm here.
Damn it, Alice.
What happened?
I don't know.
I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark.
Okay.
I needed some time alone to
So,
think things through.
open Google back. That is weird. Did it just shut down on your end like that?
No.
It did not.
No.
Are we still live?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah. Like nothing changed on my end.
Oh, mine just completely shut everything down. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I will get this back up and running soon. Tell me what I miss.
Let me make sure. I believe that is the case.
Alice?
Yeah. I think Joseph was saying something in the old chat room.
I'm sorry, Joseph.
Let's see here. Hold on. All right.
Alice!
So Alice.
The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
I'm trying to remember what the.
Alice, I'm coming! It's over!
Uh-oh. That seems
What?
weird.
What happened?
I'm getting attacked by crows. As
Oh,
usual.
shit. Is it a murder of crows?
One presents. Alright. So I've got to get into the house. And there we go.
Alice?
See, I made it to the cutscene, so I know I'm doing well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
my god. I'm so sorry about this.
Keep going.
Something's wrong with my laptop.
Alice?
It is being really slow and shit.
Let's see if I can find.
In the crashed car, felt like I had woken from one nightmare and entered another. I couldn't remember how I got there. All I knew was that something terrible had happened to Al.
Yeah. All right. I can confirm we are still streaming. I just can't.
Oh,
I
thank
still
God.
can't. I
phone
can't
was
see the
dead.
chat. Is all.
I'd have to find help on foot.
I am getting there as soon as humanly possible. I don't know what's going on with this thing.
All right. Well, I woke
I don't-
up in a. So his girlfriend slash
Among Alice's
wife,
things
who
was
can
a
really
book,
tell.
The Creator's Dilemma by Dr. Emil Hartman. Seeing the book brought back my
Alice
fight with
has
Alice.
done disappeared
like it,
into some
but
water,
I didn't like the
and
guy's
then
face
you
in
jump
the cover
in,
either.
and then there was a flashback of a car, and now you wake up in a busted car. So,
Are we dead?
maybe. It's
I think it's
really,
one of those where we're dead.
it's possible, or I mean, there seems to be some business with, like, you are a writer, and so maybe your creations are, if not coming to life, at least manifesting themselves somehow.
Ah,
Right? So
one of those. I like that. I don't think that is a trope that's done often enough, to be honest. Because you can go anywhere with that. That's kind of unlimited possibilities if you have something like whatever this person writes happens, you know. I mean, okay, we have Death Note, but that's not the same.
right. That's, hey, I'm gonna write down a name, and then that person's gonna fucking die.
Yeah.
Did you see the Netflix Death Note?
I did not. Ben watched it and said, "Don't. Just don't do it to yourself."
Yeah, I thought it was all right. I mean, I don't know that it was particularly memorable. It's certainly, like, it's just it's a Cliff's Notes version of
Right.
other stuff. Hey, can I get through there? I'm supposed to be getting
I'm not-
to the gas station.
I don't think I've ever seen an anime series ever be successfully translated to live action before. Not that I can think of.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one.
What What was the one with where those people appeared in the room with the orb, and they had to like do missions or whatever? Was it Gantz? Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen the film version of that. How was it?
I've only seen the first one, and the first one was actually really good. I was pleasantly surprised. So that would be the closest one to a decent crossover, but I hadn't seen the anime when I saw it, so yeah.
I enjoyed Battleship Yamato. I thought that was pretty good, aka the Star Blazers.
I've not seen that.
Leap, leap.
Anybody there? Please, I've been in an accident.
This forest looks totally safe.
Leap.
Who is that silhouette in front of you?
Well, he just said that he had a dream or a vision about an axe murderer attacking him in the woods. I'm assuming that is the axe murderer in question.
Right, and he's going towards the axe murderer.
Well, you're trying to get to this logging station or something. So,
Well, I mean, realistically, you should take your next approach to it. They can't axe murder you if you axe murder them first.
yes.
Yeah.
It's such a good movie.
Oh, I was so happy.
Leap.
I was so happy when I saw that movie the first time. It was just like, yes!
I was looking for a weapon of some kind. Apparently, I don't have such a thing. So let's.
I will be recording the next episode of Legion After Dark on Monday, and I have my first
Anybody there?
movie to slate
Please, I've
that
been
I've
in an
reviewed on the
accident.
show. Because all the ones I've reviewed so far, were good movies. But man, the one I've got coming up is just awful.
What?
I don't even know where to start with
What?
it. It's just, oh.
Can we get a sneak preview? Like, what movie are you doing?
The movie is called The Pet, and it's about it's about a woman that has a really shit life, and this rich guy, offers her a bunch of money to have her as a pet. But he's like a human trafficker that work with these other human traffickers, but he treats her really well, and he's not wanting to sell her. But it's just shit. It's so bad. Joseph said, "All good technology happens." Thanks, man.
All right. Oh, I found a manuscript.
Oh, you should read it aloud.
The Taken stood before me.
Oh, he's
It was
reading it.
impossible to focus on it, as if it stood in a blind spot caused by a brain tumor and eye disease. It was bleeding shadows like ink underwater, like a cloud of blood from a shark bite. I was terrified. I squeezed the flashlight like my life depended on it, willing it to stop coming any closer. Suddenly something gave, and the light seemed to shine brighter.
All right.
So you have like a magical flashlight.
Yeah, I mean, most are when you get right down to it. Leap, leap, leap. I don't have a flashlight currently.
Oh, fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, the shadow people do parkour?
Apparently so. So, but like the light. Will keep you safe.
Like oh god, it wasn't called the Tooth Fairy. What was the movie where it was the Tooth Fairy and he had to be in the light all the time?
Darkness Falls.
Darkness Falls. Thank you.
I can name that crappy movie in one note. All right. So now I've got my flashlight, I got my gun, and now I am prepared to murder.
You're ready for business.
Uh-huh.
It's the latest.
All right. So
Joseph says I'm getting a BioShock in the Woods vibe, and I like it. That's a good point.
that, yeah, with a healthy dose of kind of in the mouth of madness is really what this reminds me of.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, well, that seems like that's gonna come right through the wall.
Yeah. Should probably not stand directly there.
I should go to whatever this thing is. Oh, did I die? I guess I died.
Oh, shit.
Alright. So let me...
See, it even says remember to look beyond the obvious paths for hidden items.
Right.
We're not
so that's
crazy.
what I was doing.
Yeah.
See, I got batteries.
I wasn't about to open the door, as long as I was liable to catch an axe with my
Joseph said, so peeved that my store didn't get Mouth of Madness in. I'll have to go to Amazon for it. That sucks, dude.
Alright. So let's pick up the phone. Maybe they were... Yes. They were telling us something important that I wasn't paying attention to.
Oh. Just rewind it.
This is bad.
Okay, that's not doing me good. Oh, there we go. Jump. Deep. Alright. I survived this time.
Hey.
Yay! Let's see.
The bulldozer had gone
Joseph,
over the
can you
cliff
not
at
have
the
them
office.
order it?
I hoped Stucky had suffered the same fate.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
wasn't
Stores
planning on
should be
staying
able to do
find
that
out.
if they want to compete in today's marketplace.
Yeah, most of them do, don't they? They'll like order it in for you and then text you when it arrives or whatever. The roof. Oh, there's many. Oh shit.
Aha!
Ah!
Outside a shooting range, and now I just killed someone or something.
Yeah,
There were no
because I'm a
bodies.
straight up
They
killer.
just disappeared.
Let's
It felt
see.
real enough to make me sick.
Alright. So I can turn on lights apparently to help guide the way. And also hopefully pick up. So, you know, you're kind of managing the
dark forest was the last
like
place
your
I wanted to go.
batteries
I had no
and
choice.
ammunition.
I had
and
to
stuff
get
like
to the
that,
gas
so.
station.
Anything back here? Nope. But once you see somebody like fall backwards in slow motion, it's pretty much like, okay, you have now,
Eerie hand-painted graffiti was revealed
you know,
by my
defeated
flashlight.
the
Someone had
enemies
hidden
in
a
this
chest of
area.
supplies near it.
So I feel pretty safe. Hey, all right, we got a flare gun as well.
Woo. Is that for our inevitable escape?
One assumes. All right, so how do I get out of here now? Oh, okay, I see. We turned off the electricity, so now in theory we can. Deep. All right. Off into the woods we go, which is always safe.
I'm sure nothing will go wrong with this idea.
Yeah, we're doing fine. Everything is going well. Pick up batteries, pick up ammunition. Look, we're killing it right now. Stay away from the electrical line. And we are... Okay.
Oh, we landed hard.
Yeah, hard enough to get a vision. Can I kill these birds?
What the hell was that?
Yep. Okay.
Don't waste ammo if you don't have to. This could be like one of those Resident Evil games where you only get ammo once.
Right. It's possible, but I feel like... do I have... That's not showing me my inventory, but I feel like I've got 39 bullets.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm doing all right, and that battery kind of recharges.
When I
after
saw
time.
the river below, something
That's
uncoiled
good.
itself inside my head. I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the water.
All right. I wonder if
We
this
saw the
is... Oh, go ahead.
Then when he saw the river, he felt something coil inside. I told you we were going to raise Cthulhu.
Oh, only a matter of time. Oh,
Ugh.
another coffee thermos. I don't know what that gets me, but I feel like I'm winning.
Yes. It gets you coffee. What more do you need?
All right. So, how do we get off of here? All right. Feels like this beep, beep, beep is the way we ought to go. Yeah. Yeah.
Joseph says, I checked. My job rhymes with Vest Guy. Doesn't have it in its distribution center. That's shitty.
Really?
Barry Wheeler was bouncing off the walls. He jumped on.
I mean, it's not like it's a super underground movie or anything.
Right, and it's also a Scream Factory release. Like maybe it's just because of the world in which we live, but that seems
messed up. Barry had years of experience
you
dealing
know,
with Alan Wake.
not off the beaten path. Those seems like
Yeah.
big deals. But I haven't been to a Best Buy. Geez, I couldn't tell you the last time. Because
You mean Vest Guy?
Vest Guy. Vest Guy sounds pretty good, by the way.
I didn't know there was one. I thought there was only one left in like Oregon or something that has that amazing Twitter account.
No, that's Blockbuster.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
Joseph, if you want me to Dropbox it to you, just shoot me a private message.
Oh. So, in addition to the pet, what else is going on in the new episode of After Dark?
There's just a lot to unpack with this next episode because the movie, it's just all over the place. It has like this human trafficking crime shit going on, and then this kinky shit going on, and it doesn't represent either very well. Oh shit. Ah. I mean, they go down pretty easily, so that's good.
There. Yeah. We're doing okay. Like that encounter took 5 bullets, so I think we're in reasonable shape. But yeah, so it's human trafficking and
Yeah, there's this trafficking group that like kidnaps women and turns them into pets, like pet slaves or whatever. And then this guy is shopping, like at the beginning scene, the trafficker's shopping for a pet, and he's like friends of theirs, and he's shopping for a pet. And you're meant to like, he's meant to be the good guy or whatever. But at the end of it, he's still a fucking human trafficker.
right.
Like, he might be nice to her, but he's still a human trafficker.
Right, that seems counterintuitive. Like, if you wouldn't necessarily want your hero to be a guy who bought and sold human
The
beings.
staircase was broken.
Yeah, it's just, it's fucking, oh my god, yeah. It's my first negative one, and obviously on that show I tried to keep a certain tone. And so it's going to be interesting to figure out how to maintain that tone while destroying this movie.
Well, all right, but isn't the thing I know about that movie, other than I've seen the art for the film, and also a little bit of kind of know something about the subject matter of the movie, but isn't if you can stick with me on this one, did you ever see the show Lost Girl that was about like the sexy succubus that was having adventures? So isn't it the girl that was like the sidekick on that show? I thought.
Is it?
I thought so. The
Oh,
one who played
I'm gonna
Kinsey?
have to look that up.
I feel reasonably certain that that is
With
the
all
case
this
because
forestry
I thought
equipment
that.
around, there had to be something I could
Well, her
use to
acting
reach
has
the tower.
improved, man. Yeah, the acting is awful in the Pet. Wait a minute though, hold on. I think you're thinking of a different The Pet.
Maybe.
I think you're thinking of the one where the guy kidnaps that girl and keeps her in a cage, and like,
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of.
yeah, no, this is a different movie called The Pet that has a budget of about a tenner, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's. I haven't seen that one though. I want to.
But
It always.
but it's roughly the same sort of premise, right? Like he's keeping Lost Girl sidekick in a cage for the purposes of doing it.
Yeah, see, he never had sex with her. He trained her as just a dog. So
Seems
it
like
was
you're really missing out at that point.
she like just lived like a
I heard
puppy,
them before
you
I saw
know,
them, swooping down
all
from
the
sky,
time.
screeching as they came.
Huh.
I spun around
And
just
some
as
of
they
the
closed upon me.
some of the actual
For an
pet
instant,
play
I
scenes were
stared into
great
100 dead eyes,
and
black
absolutely
pearls
done in
glittering
Pet
the
Play,
darkness.
but
I
everything
raised
else
the
about the
flashlight
movie
and the
is
storm
just
exploded like
no, dude.
fireworks. Feathers
But isn't all right? So the movie I'm thinking of, I think, is called Pet, though.
Yeah,
So there's Pet and there's The Pet.
yeah. The Pet came out in I think like 2006 or something like that.
Oh, okay. So this is an older movie. Oh, well, look who's got a shotgun now.
Oh, see, that's all you need
Yeah.
in any game. Shotgun's always the best.
All right, I've only got 2 shells for it, so we're gonna try to build up some ammo, and then we'll get serious about that.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's weird. So in Pet, the one that I'm thinking of, if memory serves, that one came out like 2 or 3 years ago. It seems like it was relatively recent that I saw that sort of popping up on Amazon and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, huh, I wonder if that movie's any good.
Was it?
I don't know. I never watched it.
Oh.
Not yet. I mean, I will, but I mean, you know how it is. The list of movies
We should watch it. We should do like a live watching.
I'll tell you what. It is something we've been talking more and more about in terms of what to do as a potential Patreon kind of thing. And
Yeah.
one of the things for sure we want to do is some commentaries, and that seems like a real good one.
Oh, that'd be so much fun.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Absolutely.
So I feel like there is something I've got to turn on here, and I just can't find the thing I need to turn on. Is it probably the glowing blinky thing?
I mean, yeah. That's got to be it. It's blinking and glowing.
All right.
Oh, an elevator.
All right.
Oh no, it's a piece of road.
Yep.
New area.
You know, I'm pretty good at video games, Misty. I feel like I know what I'm doing here. And he says as he is certainly about to die. Oh, and I fell off. See, I'm pretty good at video games, Misty. Let's do a do-over.
I am impressed by your skills.
All right. Let's see if I can... Yeah, there we go.
I've gotten with Laura about the new podcast we have coming up, Everyday Nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
And not only did we decide what we're going to talk about for the first episode.
Okay. Do it, and can we get a preview of that? I'm curious myself.
The Nixium cult.
Ooh, I don't know anything about that.
It was this. It was this. It was this sort of self-help Hollywood style cult with like major actresses and actors and stuff that were involved with it and everything like that, and they got busted for human trafficking.
Is this the one that the Smallville lady was?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know what it was called, but I remember hearing about that. I'm very excited to hear that episode then, because I am fascinated by that.
Oh yeah, I hadn't heard of it. It was Laura that brought that, and the more I looked into it, the more I was really excited about it. And not only did we talk about that and plan that episode out, we've written out the entire first season. Every episode that we're going to do, we have a list
Yeah.
of stuff. I mean, we wanted to make sure that our first season, because we are doing that one in seasons, we wanted to make sure that it had a decent variety.
At first I kept finding
So,
the pages as if by accident.
We're doing things
The book
like,
I couldn't remember was either a
you know,
terrible and
Julia
true
and the
fantasy
train,
or an
the
active
sound
creation
signals that they
completely
recorded in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
I began to hunt the pages
We're doing an episode on those. We're doing an episode on the Toy Box Killer. We're doing an episode.
with it.
Yeah, we're doing an episode on Red Rooms, which, if you don't know what Red Rooms are, on the dark web, there are these mythical Red Rooms where it's a room with a kidnapped person in it, and you pay to watch them, and you tell them
The
what
gas
to do
station
to
was
this
closer
person.
now,
So it's
welcoming in the darkness.
torture live kind
So
of thing.
It's the Unfriended
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
I just recently saw
Like
we're all-
Videodrome, you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Videodrome is probably the classicer example there. I just saw the Unfriended sequel, which has some of that business in it as well.
I still haven't watched the first Unfriended. Joseph said you had me at call the Smallville one, yes, and that sounds cool. I'm really excited about it. I hope you listen to it, because I am stoked. Because I get to talk about all this creepy stuff that I normally just sit and watch and read about all the time. We're doing a Shapeshifters episode. We're doing an episode on John Lang. Do you know about the case of John Lang?
I don't think so. That does not sound familiar.
John Lang was an activist that uploaded a bunch of videos to YouTube of him being harassed by police. Like, there'd be groups of cops hanging out in front of his house, like in the night and stuff, just intimidating him. And there was one video where there was a van parked in front of his house, and the side van door was open, and there was a guy sitting inside with a big recording device, camera thing, just like recording his house. And then he turned up dead, and he was stabbed something like it was either 7 times or 17 times. I'm a bit tipsy. And they're like, oh, it's suicide. So we're doing a whole episode on that, because it's just really fucking creepy.
So, sorry, I was murdering people as you were talking about this guy being murdered. So he was
really
found. Thank you. He was found with.
He was found in his home with several stab wounds. Like I said, it's either 7 or 17, but I'm a bit fucked up, so I can't remember exactly. And his house was on fire. And they're like, well, clearly he stabbed himself a bunch of times and then set his house on fire and then died. Suicide.
Naturally.
It is very bizarre. If you guys want to rev yourselves up for that episode, there are videos on YouTube about it. But that's going to be later on in season 1. That might be I'm not sure, but it might be the last episode of season 1.
There was, and I can't think of the actor now, but the same thing happened with an old timey like, I think not quite silent era, but sort of 1930s era actor. That was and I can't think of who it was now, but same thing where he was found bound with something written on his back or something.
I
And they
know
ruled
this
it
case.
suicide.
Yeah, he was like hanging, and he had his arms tied behind his back and
Yeah.
shit. I know about that. Yeah, stuff like that is just so unbelievable. It just brings it home how you have absolutely no fucking control over any sense of justice in this world.
Right. Like when you hear about stuff like that, where it's like, oh, that was clearly suicide, and you're like, well, I mean, maybe, but it would be like someone absolutely going out of their way, just to pose like a suicide, just to kind of fuck with people.
Joseph says that sounds like a good time. When's it start? I am hoping that we will have the first episode out next month. Fingers crossed. If everything goes according to plan, we should have it out this time next month.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I think we've got kind of a plan to start the Patreon stuff, like first week of or like beginning of September. Like start with the new month. And
Oh, cool.
yeah, I am excited about that.
I am. That's going to be really good. I mean, we've got so many good shows on the network. I mean, I bet there are a lot of fans out there that would love to help support the network and help make everyone's shows better,
Right, and I feel like we're giving some value for the money we're asking. Like, we're only asking a couple of bucks here, so it's not hopefully not putting anybody out too much. And you're probably going to get 3-4 hours of content a month that is exclusive to the Patreon. So
yeah. Hey, if we get any high roller subscribers that are doing like 100+, I will do an entire private video for Patreon of me jiggling my boobs to the final countdown.
Nice. I didn't mean to use the flare gun there, but we have discovered that the flare gun just, when you absolutely positively have to kill every last motherfucker in the room.
The flare gun's fantastic.
Yeah, that's all right.
Joseph says, "Sweet, keep us posted." I will do. Yeah, I will. I'll do like a promo or something to kind of get the word out before we drop any episodes.
Yeah. I don't think anyone is not going to know if you're paying attention to the Legion podcast stuff at all. Here's something else that I ran into today that I am. Is this a Twilight Zone ripoff that we're seeing here? Apparently.
Did you hear that they're bringing back Twilight Zone?
Yeah, Jordan Peele is producing.
I'm so excited. I'm so fucking excited. Oh my god, look, Night Strings. Is that what it said?
Uh-huh.
Joseph, I'm really into the lore podcast, and this sounds like more twisted deep dive. I love lore. I do. I love lore. And we will be doing some like folklore stuff on the show as well. I know one of the episodes we're doing on the Hull werewolf, which is kind of local to us. Hull is only an hour's drive from where I live. So we might actually go and try to find the werewolf. But
oh, well.
Yeah.
Or
we might
become a werewolf.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome. I'd be totally fine with that. I mean, the transformation thing seems like it is really painful, but you got to get used to it after a while, right?
It depends on which movie you're talking about. Sometimes it's just, if you go back to the old school, Frank Talbot sort of werewolf where it's just like you sit in a chair and then you stand up hairy.
Yeah, yeah, that might not be too bad.
Yeah, that seems all right. And
But if it's American Werewolf in London, that's gonna be a bad time.
right, that's the whole like, oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's bad
My
news.
jaw's not supposed to do this. It was the bit where his hand stretched and like elongated.
Yeah.
Oh, like I feel physical pain when I watch that scene still.
Yeah, I recently did a. Uh-oh, I'm hearing folk. I don't see anybody yet.
Is that a cooler full of beer?
It is a cooler full of ammunition.
Oh,
which is pretty.
That's a bad sign though.
Well, yeah, it just means like get ready to kill some things.
Yeah, boss fight.
Sneak around here. I bet I've got that flare gun. I got a shotgun. I really feel like I'm in pretty good shape, weapon wise. But
yeah.
Uh-oh. Hey, I think that's our pal.
Oh, he's got an axe. Go ask him for directions. So, Bo,
Yes.
I have to ask. I know you're killing in the name of right now,
Sure.
but I have to ask. Is there going to be a sequel to Lost After Dark?
All right, so I had this discussion just the other day. Is there unlikely, not for any other reason than like somebody would have to pay for it.
Okay, if I win the lottery, I'm gonna pay for it. But the nerdy guy has to fucking live.
Oh yeah. Actually, we were talking about this the other night. Oh, he's fast.
Joseph says, please, I really dug Lost. I dug it too. And my 14-year-old daughter, she fucking loves it. She's like made all of her friends watch it and everything.
Alright, let's... Oh. I have no ammo for that.
Shit. Oh, shit. No!
Yeah, where's this dude? He's kind of whipping around me here, so let me...
It's like that fucking priest from Dead Alive. What's the matter, Bo? He's just trying to axe you something. Oh, die, dude.
Aha!
No, nice dodge.
Right?
Stucky's body vanished, leaving behind only a
So,
lifetime of nightmares to come.
Yeah, the
Assuming
premise
I
of the
reached the lights of the
sequel
gas station
is
alive.
that Jamie, the surviving lady from the Lost After Dark there, is in a mental institution because she has not fared so well following the events of the film. And she waits. And it's weird because when I saw the trailer for the new Halloween, I was like, that's kind of my idea. That she is waiting for the villain, Junior, to get out or to surface again. And as soon as she gets wind of the fact that he is now
I recognize the parade float I'd seen in Bright
out and
Falls when I
about,
first arrived with
potentially
Alice.
up to his old shenanigans, that she breaks out of the giggle factory, I think is the scientific term, where she is, and goes to enlist Toby's help, who is also still alive but has sunk deeper into drug abuse and is all scarred up and jacked up. And he quickly turns her down.
After the insanity I
and says
just
he has no
experienced in the
interest
darkness,
in
the lights of the gas station felt
becoming
comforting,
any
at
sort
least
of
for a
hero.
moment. The same
and
world reinserted
but of course
itself.
he does, and there are cannibal babies, and
Oh my God, cannibal babies.
yeah, well, Junior's got to restart his clan, so there are
The Deer
it's a
Fest
little
had been 2
twisted,
weeks away when we
um,
arrived. If the day count on the banner was right,
but
I was missing a whole week between the night we got here
oh,
and
a
now.
week has passed. But
What?
yeah, it
One.
like I wanted to Evil Dead 2 it up.
Oh God,
Like have it
that'd be
be
so
crazy,
good.
and yeah. So yes,
Okay,
there is.
if I win the lottery, I'll fund this, but I want the chick from
I
your
had to
next
get
to be
inside the
the
gas
one that
station to
breaks the
find a
chick
phone
out
to
and be
call
like,
for help.
I tracked you down because I found this guy, because now she's a vigilante.
Right.
And then they just go into the woods and fuck shit up.
Yeah, like,
The garage
and
was a
also
mess. It
there's
looked like
a
someone had
gag
trashed the
that I
place,
really
or
like
that there'd been some
where
kind of fight.
the at the end of the film
Right. I'll keep writing.
there
Outside there's
is
only darkness. Outside the cabin,
we kill
outside the store,
Junior,
there's only darkness.
but it's
can feel
done
your
almost
presence in the
Looney
dark.
Tune
Just
style,
now, I could smell
so
it
Yeah.
that
in my
like
room.
he
I'll write you a big
blows
shot.
up and then
I'll
gets
bring
set
it
on
back.
fire,
Storm
and
wind comes
like
in.
everything
I
you
smell
could
it.
possibly
She's
do,
lost.
everything short of just having a
I
train
don't believe this.
run over
Me
him.
on the TV.
I loved that though,
Crazy.
because it was like
Was I
watching
losing
all
my
of
mind?
Jason's deaths at once.
Right. Yeah. I mean that was kind of the idea, is like, okay, we are leaving no question that if a sequel, like, you could not do another sequel. And but I kind of dug that idea of, like, do one sequel that's just absolutely bananas, and
Yes.
then be done. But
I
that was
want the
supposed
banana sequel.
yeah, you and me both. I think it would be a lot of fun. But that was also kind of the point of the original. Up until the filming, pretty much, it was always intended that there was nothing really supernatural about the killer in Lost After Dark. That when he died, he died, and it was only as we were approaching production that they were like, well, what if we did another one?
Thank
And I was
God.
like, yeah, but you can make something
Sheriff
up later.
Sarah
But
Raker. You are.
I'm Alan Wake. Well, listen, I was
you
in
know,
a car crash.
producers
My wife,
do what
Alice, she's
producers do.
missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wade.
We were staying in
So-
a cabin on
Yeah.
the island. On
Joseph
top
says
of
I'm
the-
limited in what I can show my kids. My ex nearly gutted me because I let my oldest watch Westworld.
I
Why?
can take you there, okay?
Yeah, it's a
You
lot
look
of
like you've
boobies
taken a pretty
and
bad
fucking
knock
in
to the head.
Westworld.
How old's your kid?
Are you okay?
Listen.
4.
We'll figure this out.
Okay, well,
Please
if
get
they're
in the
4,
car.
they're not
No,
gonna
I'm
know
just
what
kidding.
the fuck.
And then we'll go to the station, okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen
But yeah,
Steffi,
I don't know
the
that
guy
you'd
who
want to
owns
show
this
like an
place?
8 or 9-year-old.
I realized I couldn't
She's
tell her what had
14.
happened to
See,
the house.
Oh.
She wouldn't
yeah,
have believed
yeah,
me.
14 is
And then
fine.
she wouldn't have helped me
14
with
feels
Alice.
like Westworld's okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
At 14, most of them have seen like actual porn already. Yeah.
right. God willing. They
Hey,
grow
this
up
is
so
the
fast
internet
these days.
age.
Yeah.
I remember my daughter was like, we're out at dinner, and everybody got off the table. It was just me and her sitting there. And she was like, Mom, I saw hentai. She was like, I'm scarred. I was like, I told you not to fucking watch hentai. And she was like, I think what
You know
really
what?
won here was
Alright.
friendship.
Yeah.
Wake.
Oh wait, hang on. Let's see if I can. All right, we'll quit to the menu here, and we'll come back to Alan Wake. But so he was telling me that he's been busy. He's doing a new show now and all that kind of stuff, and so he's not gonna have time. And I was like, okay, well, it's about time. I probably did it myself anyway, instead of just being a lazy shit. And the thing I realized though was that he had engaged in the social media strategy of you just kind of follow everybody and they follow you and that kind of thing, and which ain't my thing. Like, it works. He
and I saw loads of just completely fake accounts. I was like, why? Why are you following them? That is a fake account.
Yeah. So I think at the end of the day, you know, I'm still working on. I'm still weeding some of that stuff out, and we'll see how it all goes. But
I think with Twitter, the biggest thing is to just constantly tweet.
right, but I
You
can't.
know?
I mean, who could possibly do that as an adult? That's my problem.
Yeah.
So what I want to do with it instead is try to make it more laser focused of just like, hey, if you're following the Legion podcast Twitter feed, it's gonna be shit that I think is interesting, or
Yeah.
it's gonna be news about the site and that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
at any rate,
Makes sense.
hey Misty, that is chapter 1 of Alan Wake. I think you're right. I think the real winner here was all of us who discovered friendship and love.
We've learned valuable moral lessons this evening.
Yeah, so here in a couple of weeks, we'll do this again. And we might
Yes.
continue with this story. This is so far so good with Alan Wake. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, we can do.
And, or, you know, if somebody comes up with a better idea. So, hey, thanks.
I sent you one. I sent you an idea for one.
Yeah, I've looked at that, and my problem with it was it's a little twitchy of a game. And I don't know how much...
man.
I don't know how much I could talk and play it at the same time.
Yeah.
And that was the thing with Alan Wake. The reason I kind of settled on this is it's kind of casual enough that we can have a conversation and I can still play it and with some degree of success. So yeah. But thanks to everyone for watching. Thank you, Misty, for hanging out and playing the game.
Thanks for having me.
And yeah, so we'll be back in a couple of weeks and do it all again. So bye everybody. We'll do
Thanks for
waves
hanging
now.
out.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
And